What happens if I pull this lever? The ender pearl is designed for teleportation, but you can't throw multiple at once. I've tried everything, even with a dispenser, it just drops the item instead of throwing the ender pearl. So, how am I going to launch all these ender pearls together? Then I had a billion IQ idea. With this command block and some custom codes, I can spawn an ender pearl that stays completely frozen in midair, like it's suspended. Look at this. It's like a Dragon Ball. And when you light TNT near these ender pearls, they go flying. So I used 100 command blocks to spawn tons of ender pearls for a mega teleport. Now I'll light this TNT and see what happens. How did that villager get up there?
You need to click a like button before the TNT explodes to have 7 years of good luck.
Let me deal with this villager. Now it's time to blow everything up and watch the pearls fly. Wow, what a cool effect. So far, they're just frozen in the sky like a fireworks show. But if I press this button, it'll return gravity to all the ender pearls. But first, I'll equip this obsidian armor I got from the link in my bio to avoid dying. Look at all those pearls falling. I just had another idea. Beating Minecraft without opening the game. Is it possible to finish Minecraft without even opening the game? After all, even when we're not actively playing, mobs in the game still interact and act as if they're in full swing. First, we need to get the end portal up and running. But here's the catch. There are no mobs that can naturally activate the portal on their own. So, we need to get incredibly lucky and have our world already generate with a complete end portal. Once we've got that portal set up, the real trick begins. Endermen have to collect a bunch of dirt blocks and teleport them right in front of the portal. Then, they have to go through the portal and build a dirt bridge connecting your spawn point to the dragon's lair in the end. Over time, skeletons will accidentally fall into the portal, gradually filling it up. Eventually, the ender dragon might throw some of these skeletons into the air. One of these skeletons, irritated by the dragon, might fire an arrow that accidentally hits the end crystal instead of the dragon. Creepers might also enter the end, and when skeletons start fighting among themselves, some of them might hit the creepers, causing them to explode and deal damage to the dragon. With all the explosions and chaos, the dragon could be defeated, and voila! You can get banned from your single-player world if you do this. Yep, you can get kicked from your own world, and I'm not talking about doing something crazy like blowing up a ton of TNT and crashing the game. I'm talking about something simpler, but still super weird. The game can actually ban you from your offline world. In multiplayer, when you get banned or kicked, it's usually because you did something to ruin the fun for other players, like using hacks that give you unfair advantages, like seeing ores through blocks or flying around. But in single-player, it's just you and yourself. You can use hacks, switch to creative, get infinite diamonds, and no one's gonna care because you're not messing with anyone. But there's a way to get banned in single player. This doesn't happen in all versions of the game, but I was in 1.142. First, you need to create a survival world with cheats disabled. If cheats are on, it won't work. Then, just start typing anything in the chat and keep spamming messages. The game might end up kicking you for spam, even though you're not bothering anyone. A round pool without mods in Minecraft is possible, and I'll show you how. At first, I tried something different to get the perfect circle. I dug a hole with 4 straight sides, poured water into each one, and threw every item I could into the middle. It looked cool, but obviously that's not what we want for a round pool, especially because everything disappears as soon as you get close. So I tried a simpler method using regular blocks, but it still looked like a square. Even if I made it huge and looked at it from far away, well, it was still a square. That's when I realized I needed to place lots of blocks inside each other. TNT can do that when it's activated, but for obvious reasons, that's not a good idea. When I was about to give up, I noticed that the shadows of mobs and characters are a perfect circle, so I decided to use my big brain and tried using an armor stand.
And how is that supposed to help?
Hang on, you'll see. I connected the armor stand to all these command blocks, and when I activate it with this name tag, it starts spinning, doing exactly what we wanted, placing blocks inside each other. Then, I filled it with water and voila, proving that nothing makes sense in Minecraft. The bee is bigger than a parrot and a chicken. It's basically a flying dog. Villagers don't die while they're sleeping if hit with tridents, covered in lava, or even if you jump on top of them. They just get up, but a pointed little stone kills them instantly. The worst part is that villagers sleep anywhere. In villages, in the forest, in caves, and even in the end. Everyone knows that's impossible, but if they can do it, so can I. And speaking of the end, those end crystals also make no sense. Anvils and mine carts that weigh tons don't break them. Tridents and those sharp stones can't break them either, even though they're sharp. But if I throw a snowball, cactus spikes hurt you from the side of the block and on top of the block. But those burning blocks only burn you if you're on top. The pointed stone only hurts if you keep jumping on it, but this iron saw here doesn't hurt you at all. Lava gets stuck between wooden doors even if they're open. The same goes for trapdoors. Look at this. Even with this huge space, it doesn't go out and doesn't burn anything to get out, but the plant blocks get destroyed when burned. Go figure. The desert temple has a second treasure room. If you've ever played Minecraft in your life, you've probably finally found the desert temple. We usually think it's this huge sandstone structure, and its only use is to go to the center, break this orange block here in the corner, and fall into a room with 4 chests. After that, you just grab all the items from the chests, collect the TNT below, and leave. But by doing that, you're leaving behind the best loot, because if you gather these simple materials, you can make a brush. Now you must be wondering what it's for. Well, if you bring this brush along with a shovel to the desert temple, you just need to keep searching in the corners until you find some regular sand. Now, all you have to do is dig, and when you find suspicious sand, use the brush carefully so it doesn't fall and break. After cleaning the whole area, a second treasure room will be revealed, but the real reward is what you can get from the suspicious sand. How cute is the sniffer?
If you don't stop digging, it's 10 years of bad luck for those who don't leave a like and...
Grab this for me, and in just this temple, I got 2 diamonds, 3 jar pieces, and this rare gear from my link in the bio. If I give a diamond to a spider, it'll think it's 5, even if it's just 1, and I'll show you why. In Minecraft, there are several game modes, and among them is spectator mode. While you can't break or place blocks in this mode, you can explore a curiosity Mojang left for us, how each mob sees the world. For example, the creeper, despite seeing everything in this green, ugly, pixelated way, still manages to spot us too. The silverfish doesn't change our vision, but look how gigantic all the blocks appear. I couldn't play Minecraft like that. The Enderman is super weird because its vision is normal, but all the colors have this distorted effect, making some blocks look like others. The warden surprised me a bit. You'd think it can't see and relies on sound, right? Wrong. When I entered its view, it could see everything perfectly. Unfortunately, the dolphin was disappointing. I thought it would see the ocean floor clearly and brightly, but in the end, nothing changed. I did learn it needs to breathe both in and out of the water to survive. Now the spider, not the one available in the link in the bio, this one, it has 5 eyes, and its vision looks like this. Strange to think it's always seen 5 players. How long would it take to reach the maximum XP level in Minecraft? And yes, there is a maximum. Basically, the highest XP you can reach in Minecraft is this giant number right here. So if you're trying to reach it, give up on killing mobs, mining, or smelting things in the furnace. None of that would even get you close to earning all that XP. To give you an idea, XP in the game comes from these little green orbs that drop from blocks and mobs. The mob that drops the most XP is the Ender Dragon, but there's only 1 per map. And even if you farm them, you'd need around 265 quadrillion orbs to get the maximum XP. So let's imagine a scenario where the biggest Minecraft YouTubers in the world team up and decide they're going to hit that XP level. They gather Dream, Technoblade, Vinicius13, and everyone else. Hey, you're not a YouTuber.
10 years of bad luck for anyone who doesn't like this video.
Get out of here. And they all create the biggest, best XP farm ever. Just like Bricks King, the new top offline mobile game. In this farm, there'd be every mob, complex redstone systems, and portals to the end and nether. Even then, to reach all that XP, it would still take approximately 25,000 years. Did you know that Snapshot might be your ticket to the moon? To get there, you need to reach an impressive height of 700 blocks. Climbing the highest mountain doesn't even come close. So here are 3 different methods to help you reach that lunar goal. TNT cannon. I thought a TNT cannon could blast me up to the moon, but it barely made a dent in getting to 700 blocks. So I cranked up the power with a mega cannon that fires 100 TNTs at once. This should give you a serious boost upward, but even with this powerful setup, it still wasn't enough to reach the moon. Super jump command. I tried the super jump command with a strength of 50. I managed to soar up to 400 blocks, but after that, the game started glitching and wouldn't let me jump any higher. It's really tough to reach that limit, and it seems the command has its limits when it comes to extreme heights. Rocket build. I built a rocket designed to take me to great heights. After a long wait and some trial and error, I found out the rocket couldn't go past 319 blocks. Despite my best efforts, this attempt was a failure, and the rocket fell short of the altitude I was aiming for. Finally, I tested the snapshot as suggested by this YouTuber, and as expected, it launched me to an incredible height. The snapshot proved to be super effective, and I finally hit the 700 block goal. Now you can go to the moon in Minecraft. And hold on, I'm not talking about any mods, because in this April Fool's update, you can actually go to the moon. To do that, you need to go beyond 700 blocks in height, so don't even think about climbing a mount. It'll take forever, and you won't even get close. Of course, Mojang thought of that and added several ways for you to get there. For example, now you can use bees as balloons to fly by tying a bunch of them together, or even bounce on slime blocks to jump twice as high and reach the moon. And besides this incredibly cute astronaut cow that walks backward, the moon also has a lot of fun features, like its gravity that lets you jump higher, the view of the square world, and this cheese block. Yes, this is cheese, and you can even eat it if you want. Oh, and look at this amazing vertical slab. There's also this cart, but if if you try to drive it, this is what happens. This structure is full of interesting chests, and the best part is...
Leave the moon now, Earthling, or you'll go bald if you didn't hit the like button and...
There you go. Not even these aliens can handle the exclusive mods in the link in the bio. And to get back to Earth, just build a tower of blocks. Ever thought you could actually hit an Enderman with an arrow? Everyone knows that he teleports if you try to shoot an arrow at him. The same happens with water. Even in the rain, he keeps teleporting non-stop to dodge the water drops. This is one of the 3 security systems he has. But to stop this, you just need to put him in a spot surrounded only by water. However, that's still not enough because unfortunately, there's a second security system. This invisible barrier that repels arrows. Even shooting multiple arrows at once, none of them can scratch him. To break this, just place a boat and push him until he's sitting in it. But we still have to deal with his third and final security system. The arrow simply teleports behind him. It's like he transfers his power to the arrow, and every time it's about to hit him, it teleports away. To break this system, you just need to trick the arrow into thinking it's going to hit something else, like blocks or something near him. So, let's drop blocks on top of the Enderman. Obviously not sand or gravel, because we don't want to suffocate him. Just hit the arrow. So the solution is to play Bricks King on your phone and use snow. Now, with everything set up, just aim the arrow, and voila. If you stand in front of a cactus and, while walking, throw an ender pearl, you'll end up inside it, becoming invisible, but taking a bit of damage. If, in a place like this, you trap a creeper and then use a piston to push 2 glass blocks, you'll have a pet creeper. If, on top of bedrock, you place dirt and put these dark oak saplings with 20 to 30 dirt blocks above them, then grow it, it'll break the bedrock. This trick is an X-ray without mods. In a hole like this, use a piston, a lever, and any block, get inside, activate the lever, then crouch to see all the nearby caves and ores. Forgive me for what I'm about to do. There's an explanation, okay? First, in a hole like this, use 2 dispensers and a lever. In one dispenser, put a health potion, and in the other, a damage potion. Put your little dog in the center, leave and rejoin the game, hit it with a stick 9 times, click the link in the bio to unlock add-ons and skins, and when you press the lever, it'll look like this. Now, stand him up, walk a bit, and when he teleports to you, leave the game. When you come back, now you've got an invincible dog with infinite health.
Can you explain the logic behind these things, Mojang? Shadows don't make any sense. If the sun is far away and a skeleton is surrounded by blocks, it catches on fire. But if I place just 1 block way up there, it's totally fine. Now this is weird. If I put a villager in the nether, they can sleep with no problem. But if I try to sleep right next to them, and that pointed stone is a scam. If it's huge and falls on a villager, they stay alive. But if just the tip falls from the same height, and if that tiny tip is on the ground and you throw the big one at it, the small one breaks it. The Ender Dragon Egg can survive lava, water, 100 anvils, 100 tridents, a ton of arrows shot by a dispenser. But if it falls on a torch, it shatters. The end portal won't activate if you place obsidian in the middle, but bedrock works. It literally breaks the unbreakable block in the game. The cauldron is truly magical. It keeps lava burning underwater, holds water in the nether, kills fire-resistant mobs with lava under the water, and the craziest one, it lets Endermen take a bath. This is what makes me the most upset. Wheat can break everything. Ender eggs, tons of anvils, that sharp block, minecarts, but if I'm farming and accidentally jump...
Explain this logic to me, Mojang. First of all, cows are just silly. If you lead one into a trapdoor pen, she can walk in super easily but will never find her way out. And don't even get me started on wool in Minecraft. Beds break fall damage because they're soft and made of wool. But if I jump from the same height onto wool blocks, I don't die. Really? And this one's super weird. Iron nuggets can be used as fuel in a furnace, which means you're literally burning iron to smelt other iron and get more iron nuggets. And villagers, they have the strongest sleep ever. They won't wake up for anything no matter what, and they sleep anywhere, seriously. If they can, then I want it too. Can someone tell me why a golden pickaxe can't even mine gold? That kind of explains why you're so bad. And don't even get me started on snow. Step into powder snow and you'll freeze until you're done for, but throw on a pair of leather boots and you're totally fine, even if you stay in there for hours. It's just so frustrating, but not as frustrating as when I found out I could have unlocked special skins and mods ages ago by clicking here below. You can't make an iron golem underwater, but you can make a snow golem even though it melts in water. How would Minecraft paintings look like in real life? Finally, I'm going to find out what this painting is. But first, I've always wanted to know what this is. What? Is that a wizard holding a staff? That one surprised me, but I want to see the next one, which is this one here. I have no idea what that is. Maybe a rat or a rabbit. Anyway, I need to see the next one quickly. This one, I'd rather not make it realistic for personal reasons. And this one was the whole time okay, I definitely don't get it. It looks like there's a couch on a mountain. This one looks like an angel praying, but the floor makes no sense. it seems like it's floating. Well, it makes sense, right? Angels fly. This one for me didn't change much, right? It's still kind of confusing. Looks like someone is trying to kill a spider in a cave. Now, this one is very beautiful. Looks like those old paintings of sculptures. But this one makes no sense being a flower pot. It was so pixelated, I couldn't even tell what it was. This painting is a classic, just like playing Bricks King on my phone, but it only got more detailed except for the fire, right? Still pretty pixelated. And finally, I'm going to find out this one was a bunch of people swimming in a pool with a beach in the background. Minecraft, but no damage in the game can kill me, even if I fall from the top of the map. This helicopter hat saves me. If it gets dark and a skeleton tries to attack, the arrows bounce off an invisible shield and hit them instead. Every mob gets flung away if they get near me, and creepers vanish before they explode. TNTs freeze before they can blow me up. Cacti lose their spikes. Ghast attacks heal me, and my head breaks through everything. Sand, granite, even anvils. I found a village and tried hitting the iron golem, but instead of attacking me, it got sad. Sorry. Then I tried drowning, but a floaty brought me right back to the surface. I know, I'll face every boss in the game. First, the Wither, but when I tried summoning it, the head started arguing in the chat, and the Wither just left the game. I went to the end, but the Ender Dragon doesn't do anything. It just freezes in midair to avoid knocking me up. That leaves only one option. The Void! I ran toward it and jumped, but it keeps pushing me up, and I can't reach the bottom.
Hey, you! Get out of my end right now, or anyone who doesn't click like will go bald before they're 13!
This end is part of my rare map that I unlocked in the link in the bio, so you're the one who's leaving. Proving that nothing makes sense in Minecraft. Ice not melting in the nether makes no sense. It's literally the hottest place in the game, but that's not even the worst. You can use a solar panel as fuel, but you can't use a campfire. A solar panel is basically quartz and glass, while the campfire even has coal in its crafting recipe, and it still won't burn. If you use an elytra to fly above the clouds and it starts raining, you still get wet, which makes no sense. The Warden can see. If you switch to spectator mode and look through the eyes of any mob, you'll notice that the Warden can see perfectly well, even though it's supposed to be blind. Buckets can carry lava and hold it for hours, so they should be resistant to lava, right? Wrong! A turtle egg won't break if you drop an anvil on it, but it'll break if you jump on it. Unlike vines, which break if you hit them but can still hold you, even if you're carrying tons of gold in your inventory. Cactus spikes are the most powerful thing in Minecraft. They can destroy bedrock, netherite gear, and even poke through armor. If I get distracted playing Bricks King and fall from up here into that tiny pool of water, I'll survive no problem. So of course, if I fall into a cauldron of water, I'll also survive. How would realistic Minecraft paintings look? Finally, I'll find out what this painting really is. But first, I've always wanted to know what this is. And, two travelers holding a staff? That one surprised me, but I want to see the next one, which is, I have no idea what that is. Maybe a rat or a rabbit. Anyway, I need to see the next one quickly. I can already guess what this one is. I knew it, I loved it, but I need to move on. And this one was okay, I definitely didn't get it. Looks like a couch on a mountain. And this one, a fighter facing a giant hand? That doesn't make much sense. This one didn't change much for me. It's still kind of confusing, like someone trying to kill that spider in a cave. But this one is really beautiful. Looks like those ancient paintings. Now this one makes no sense. Looks like a maze, but it's too confusing to understand. This painting is a classic, but it just got more detailed, except for the fire. That's still super pixelated. And finally, I'm gonna find out what this one is. Hey, do you want to see it too?
No, but Minecraft will stop running on the phones of those who don't leave a like, and...
Get out of here! Thinks he can say whatever he wants just because he's an exclusive mob from the bio link. Now let me check it out, and a bunch of people swimming in a pool?